Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The natural topography of Pakistan is a profound blend of landscape varying from the plains to plateaus and deserts, ranging from the coastal areas of Arabian Sea in the south to the mighty mountains of Hindu Kush, Himalayas and Karakoram in the north. Accordingly, I have chosen topic of the day to reveal the topographical features of plain, plateaus and deserts. But before the commencement of the agenda of the presentation, let me tell you that the first part of this chapter, which is the natural topography including drainage, has already been uploaded and available on YouTube. So here agenda is set as per the syllabus requirement, which is to describe the location and topographical features of the Potwar Plateau and Balochistan plateaus, to describe the types of distinguishing features of floodplains and explain the flatland on the way that the land is used, to describe the topographical features of desert and difficulties to construct roads in desert. The last, to identify and name the above features on the photograph or drawing. Here, for the sake of recap, topo mean land and graphy mean description. Description or study of the height and shape of the land is called topography. So according to the shape and height, the land of the world as well as Pakistan can be divided into three major topographical features. These are the mountains, plateaus and plain. In the background, the mountain, due to their typical shape and height, are easy to identify. On the other hand, the plateaus and plain have flat surface, but plateaus are higher than plain, and at least on one side they have steep slope. Mountain ranges of Pakistan. So we need to know about location and topographical features of the mountains. You can see the most of the mountains located in the north and western part of Pakistan. So the ranges can be divided into three parts: the northern mountain ranges and the northwestern mountain and western mountain ranges. So here the northern mountains includes the Karakoram, which makes the northern border, makes the northern border with China, and you can say the natural border with China. And the highest mountain peak of Karakoram is K2, which is 8,611 meter above sea level. In the south of Karakoram, there are Himalayas mountain ranges. So you can see Himalayas further can be subdivided into three ranges. One is called Greater Himalaya, and further Lesser Himalaya, and third one Shivalik Hills. Shivalik Hills are those areas when you travel from Islamabad towards Murree. So before Murree, the mountains, this hilly area, this mountainous journey from Islamabad to Murree is called Shivalik Hills. But when you reach on Murree, so all Galiyat and hill stations like Ghoda Gali, Nathia Gali, Khaira Gali, all comes in this Lesser Himalaya. And further north, the Greater Himalaya, where the second highest mountain peak of Pakistan, which is Nanga Parbat, is located. The height of Nanga Parbat is 8,126 meter above sea level. And then we have number two, the northwestern mountain. You can see it is located in the northwest mountain range is Hindu Kush. So these are the mountain ranges. The mountain range which begins from Afghanistan but end in Pakistan, and the highest mountain peak is Trich Meer. In the south, you can see there are four mountain ranges called the Western Mountains. Includes Safed Ko, Waziristan Hills, Suleiman Range and Kirthar ranges. And rest, the topographical features, you need to know about the common topographical features of all these mountains. So for this you can watch the first part video, and today we will go to reveal the topographical features of the plateaus, plains and desert. So here Number one is plateaus. For plateaus, you need to know about the location and topographical features. Here is the location of the plateaus located in Pakistan. That you can see there are two plateaus in Pakistan. One in the northern Punjab called Potwar Plateau, and in the south, the southern part is of called Salt Range. Is of Salt Range. This southern part is called Salt Range. So Potwar Plateau and Salt Range located in the northern Punjab, or you can call it in the northern Pakistan, and in the southwest of Pakistan there is Balochistan Plateau, or you can call it a province. So Potwar Plateau and Salt Ranges are located to the south of Islamabad, between river Indus in the west and river Jhelum in the east. The height of Potwar Plateau mainly ranges from 300 to 600 meters above sea level. The highest mountain peaks are the Kala Chitta and Khari Murad, which rises over 1000 meters above sea level. And the large part of plateau has been dissected and eroded by the action of running water. So running water, the river is River Son. In local term, it is termed as River Sama. Is the most dominant feature of this region. So here we'll see the location and topographical features of Potwar Plateaus. Potwar Plateau. So here you can see the location in the south of Islamabad, and in between river Indus in the west and river Jhelum in the east. And then now the topographical features. There are 5 topographical features which you need to know about, and you should be able to identify these topographical features on the diagram like shown and on the photographs. Number 1 is ridges and residual hills. To memorize these topographical features, you should be able to know about these features. So for this, so number 1, suppose ridges. Ridge is called a raised area. Simply you can understand the raised area like the speed breaker. When you are on the road, a speed breaker is usually on height. So raised area, or you can call it a hilltop, the top peak. So this is called ridge. And residual hills are the hard rocks which are left behind after erosion. Residual hills are the hard rocks which are left after erosion. Who erode the rocks? There are 3 natural agents of erosion. One is wind, water 2, and third is glacier. So on the Potwar Plateau there is no glacier, but there are wind and water which erode the rocks. Okay? But the hard rocks, they resist and remain their own position, called residual hills. Yeah, after erosion, the rocks which are left behind. Then we have another topographic feature. Another feature is the small rivers and ravines. There are many small rivers like River Sama or River Son. So it is famous with Son Valley. So a beautiful valley you should visit. And small river, there are small rivers, different channels, streams that flow during summer season due to heavy rainfall because of monsoon winds. So river channels or small rivers, they flow in the Potwar region. Then what they do, they erode. River does 3 kinds of job. It does erosion, transportation and deposition. But here river does mainly first 2 job, erosion and transportation, because on the way when river flow there are so there is alluvium, soft rocks which river can easily take away along with. So river here, there are small rivers which carry water, which erode the alluvium and transport it. So then when there is no water, mainly during winter season, so these small channels, rivers, streams, they dries up. And then what is left behind? A topographical feature. What kind of topographical feature? deep narrow valley which is called gorge. Narrow valley with steep sides. Narrow valley with steep side which is formed by the running water, because running water take away along with it erodes the alluvium and transport the alluvium from one place to another place. And what is land feature or land form or landscape is left a narrow gorge with steep side. So I'll show you the picture as well, which is called ravine. So there are many ravines because several streams produce. There are different channels, small rivers in the Pothohar region. Therefore, there are many ravines. And next, trough and depressions. These are formed when soft rocks eroded by water and wind creates trough and depressions. Depressions mean जिसको हम गड्ढा बोलते हैं. So there are many depressions which are formed by the again agents of the erosion, which are wind and water. So they erode, like you can see there are holes or depressions or trough. Dissected and faulted land. Number fourth feature is the dissected and faulted land. Dissected land mean the land that has cracks is called dissected land, and faulted land mean the deep crack is called faulted land. The land that has deep crack. For example, आपने कभी गाड़ी की विंड स्क्रीन पे कभी पत्थर लगा हुआ देखा हो कि कभी पत्थर ने हिट किया हो विंड स्क्रीन को, या सम टाइम ऐसा होता है कि एक्सीडेंट होता है तो विंड स्क्रीन पे जो है वो डैमेज होती है तो क्रैक्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं बहुत सारे. तो वो क्रैक्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, लेकिन अगर आप उसमें पानी डालें तो वो पानी अंदर पास नहीं होता. तो आप उसको समझ सकते हैं इट इज़ द विंड स्क्रीन गेट डाइसेक्टेड, मीन द क्रैक्स आर प्रोड्यूस. लेकिन अगर किसी क्रैक में से इफ़ एनी वन ऑफ द क्रैक इज़ डीप इनफ, जिसमें से पानी जो है वो अंदर पास हो जाता है, विंड स्क्रीन के अंदर वाली साइड पे आ जाता है, कैबिन में आ जाता है, तो फिर आप उसे क्या कहेंगे, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड नाउ देयर इज़ अ फॉल्ट. ठीक है, द मिरर और वो शीशा जो है वो क्या है, इट गेट फॉल्टेड. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड फॉल्ट लैंड, मीन द लैंड दैट हैज़ डीप क्रैक. अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि ये डीप क्रैक हुआ कैसे, ये हाउ लैंड गेट डाइसेक्टेड, और ये क्रैक्स कैसे प्रोड्यूस हुए. और तो इसके लिए व्हेन मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स अगो व्हेन माउंटेन बिल्डिंग ड्यूरिंग माउंटेन बिल्डिंग प्रोसेस these cracks were produced here at Pothohar region. How earlier it is said in this South Asia, now today the South Asian countries like the subcontinent we call include Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Maldives. Once they were this part, the subcontinent was separate from China. Okay, and in between there was a Tethys Sea. During the mountain building process, so again these two big land masses, they came close to each other and they strike with each other, and then these two land mass, when they strike with each other, it folded upward. तो हम इसको कहते हैं इस तरह से फोल्ड माउंटेन बनते हैं. ठीक है, द टाइप ऑफ फोल्ड माउंटेन, देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ माउंटेन, तो वन इज फोल्ड माउंटेन. तो ये दीज टू बिग लैंड मासेस ऑफ सब कॉन्टिनेंट एंड चाइना, दे स्ट्राइक विद ईच अदर एंड इट फोल्डेड अपवर्ड, एंड द वर्ल्ड्स हाइएस्ट एंड लॉन्गेस्ट माउंटेन रेंज विच इज हिमालयाज, which is 2400 kilometer long, came into being at this time. And when these mountain ranges came into being at this time, the Pothohar plateau also get dissected. The cracks are produced here, ठीक है, and it get faulted. एक और वजह भी हो सकती है faulted land की. वो क्या होती है, when earthquake produce, when two plate tectonics, these tectonic plates strike with each other, they collide with each other, energy is produced that travels in the form of P wave, and then S wave, then L wave, mean the long wave. These waves then hit the upper surface. When the upper surface is hit by the energy released due to the collide of the tectonic plates, So the upper surface get faulted. Sometime mean a deep crack produce on the land of the upper surface. So this is how the land may get faulted. So the land of Potar Plateau is dissected and faulted. This is another topographical features which is prominent. Deep ravines in less resistant rocks. The last topographical feature here is the deep ravine. I hope you can understand deep ravine, because running water, when if on the way of the running water, if if the rocks are soft, so river can easily take away or can erode the rocks and does deep cutting. And then when there is no water, so deep ravines can be seen or identified on the Potwar Plateau. I hope these 5 topographical features, these landforms you can see and you can identify on diagram and on photograph. So here you can see what is this diagram is ridges and residual hills, and B, small rivers and ravines, C, trough and depression, D, dissected and faulted land, E, deep ravines in less resistant rocks. This is how you should be able to name or to identify these topographical features of plateau, and the same features you should be able to identify on photographs. So here you can see the ridge, raised area, hilltop is called ridge. Residual hills, the hills, hard rocks which are left behind after erosion. ये देखिए, these here you can see the hard rock which are left after erosion. ये erosion हुई है, ये erosion के बाद wind and water they erode, और ये देख सकते हैं आप loose fragments, तो ये नज़र आ रहे हैं आपको, तो ये erode होने के बाद है. तो these can also be called ridge, ठीक है, because these are the raised areas. ठीक है, तो raised है इसलिए आप इसको ridge भी कह सकते हैं. Residual hills you can call them ridge as well. Next, the small rivers and ravines. Here you can see the small river which carry less volume of water during rainy season or during summer season or during monsoon season, whatever you can call it. But when there is no water, so you can see a narrow gorge with steep sides. So here is a steep side and this is the narrow gorge or narrow valley formed by the river or eroded by the river. So this is called a narrow gorge with steep sides is called ravine. This is a landform, a landscape feature or topographical feature. Trough and depressions are common in these are formed, we have discussed, by the wind and water. This photograph of this is this photograph is of Potwar Plateau. Next, dissected and faulted land. Here you can see the land, dissected land, and further there are dissected and faulted land are easy to identify on photograph. So this is dissected and faulted land showing cracks due to the uplift of the mountain during the mountain building process. And deep ravine, here you can see the river has eroded and does deep cutting. Therefore, you can see how deep this ravine is. Okay? Therefore, how deep this ravine is, because here were the soft rocks which river erodes. Therefore, the gorge or the valley get deep because river does here deep cutting, or river did deep cutting here. Next, so overall picture of the topographical of the Potwar Plateau. I have visited Potwar Plateau, but if suppose you have not visited the Potwar Plateau, you have understood what comes in your mind about the topography. Like it has ridge, there are ridges, depressions, dissected and faulted land, and ravines. Many ravines are there, and there are deep ravines as well. So overall topography means the shape of the Pothohar Plateau is definitely comes in your mind is bad. So you can call it a bad land topography. Okay. I hope, and here are the pictures, some pictures of the region, Pothohar Plateau. And here also you can see on this Google Earth image how this land is dissected and has rivers, ravines, okay, how it is dissected. And so all topographical features you can easily understand, you can see that how this land is dissected, faulted, have ridge and ravines, etc. So therefore this land is called bad land topography. Next is the salt range, which is located exactly in the south of Pothohar Plateau. You can say that it is adjacent with Pothohar Plateau. And so this salt range covers most of the Jhelum, Chakwal, Kalabagh and Mianwali district. Salt mines are at Kheoda made these districts famous. Salt range comprises parallel range and rises to an average height of 750 to 900 meters above sea level. And here is another topographical features, parallel ranges. The Skesar Peak, which is 1527 meter above sea level, is the highest point. And the drainage features includes the Lake Kalar Kahar, Lake Khabeki, and minerals here found mineral salt, gypsum and limestone. There are some other minerals as well, but the most common minerals are these which are named here. So you can see the topographical feature of salt range is the parallel ranges, which you can see parallel, how like in your notebook the lines are parallel, एक दूसरे के बिल्कुल बराबर में parallel lines आ रही होती है. So like you can see another one of the topographical feature of salt range. Here, what is this? Let me. And next are some photographs of Kheoda mines. This is the salt range region of motorway region. You can see the land, how this rugged landed, and rugged land mean simply you can understand rugged mean rough. How rough? It is barren. Barren mean it less vegetation, where there is less vegetation, little vegetation. And you can call it, why there is less vegetation? Because it is hard and stony soil. So we started that why the land is called rugged terrain. So the terrain of the salt region, the salt range is, terrain mean land, is rough, or you can call it rugged. Rugged mean rough, rough mean barren. Barren, when it is called barren, when it has less vegetation. And why it has less vegetation? Because of hard surface and stony soil. So this rugged topography. And there is Khabeki Lake, worth visiting. Kalar Kahar Lake, again you should visit, a beautiful lake. And the economic activities of the Pothohar Plateau and salt range, that it is rich in minerals, varieties of minerals. Here are some of the minerals named here are found there. And industries, one of the big industries, Attak oil refinery. And farming, most important is farming. Farming here, Barani farming takes place. Barani mean इट्स उर्दू वर्ड जिसको हम कहते हैं बारिश, ठीक है, ऐसा एरिया जो बारिश से इरीगेट होता हो, ठीक है. और इन इंग्लिश वी कॉल इट रेन फेड फार्मिंग, मीन विच completely depend on rain. Why? because you have read about, you know now the topographical features of the Potwar Plateau. The land is dissected. There are deep ravines, mean river has gone deep. The valley is there, but the river has gone deep because the soft soil were on the way of the river. So river cut its bed and erode the alluvium, soil or soft rocks which were on the way. So river once was at this place, and but now river does deep cutting has gone down, the valley is still there. So it is then difficult therefore to irrigate, and the flat land is very less. Why? Because there are sometimes there are ridges, at some places there are depression, and the land is dissected and faulted. Therefore, due to this bad land topography, it is quite difficult to irrigate through channels. Therefore, here Barani farming takes place. Mean farmer grow crop, sow their seeds, and then they depend on the rain. कि अगर बारिश जितनी अच्छी हो जाएगी और उतनी ज़्यादा उनकी फसल अच्छी होगी. So this is called Barani farming, and mainly the wheat, maize and barley, grams, etc. these are grown. Mean the winter crops, Rabi crops are grown at the Potwar Plateau. The next plateau is the Balochistan Plateau. So here is the location. You can see located in the southwest of Pakistan, this Balochistan Plateau or province, and height of the plateau is ranging from 1600 to 3010 meters above sea level. And this is an extensive area of 3,47,190 square kilometer. The topographical and drainage features of Balochistan Plateau or province are basins, salt pan, alluvial fans, eroded landscape and ridges, cliff, flat and rugged terrain. Okay. Other features includes the Makran coast. There is coastal area, Makran coast, barren land, mean desert, mountain ranges, Lasbela plain, and drainage features include small rivers, for example Hab, Hingol, Dash, Zob, etc., and salt lakes. So we'll go for to understand these topographical features situated on the Potwar Plateau or province of Balochistan. Here number one feature is the basin. Basin is a depression or dip in the earth's surface, and basins are shaped like bowls with sides higher than the bottom. They can be oval or circular in shape, similar to a sink or tub you might have in your bathroom. Okay. I hope this topographical feature of Balochistan Plateau is clear to you, because a depression between the mountains. In northern Pakistan and in KPK there are valleys. I hope you know the meaning of valley. A valley is the area surrounded by the mountain, or at least on two sides the area that has mountains. So an area surrounded by the mountain is called valley. But the valleys in KPK and northern Pakistan, usually these are flat. The valleys are flat, like Vale of Peshawar, Bannu, Mingora. So these are the flat valleys. But the valleys in Balochistan, located between the mountain ranges, in most of the areas are not flat. They are deep. They have depression. Okay? Therefore, these depressions called basins. Okay? So these basins, there are many basins in Balochistan, and they are then categorized into northern basins and western basins. Mean the northern, those basins mean the kind of landscape, the topographical feature that shaped like a bowl, that had depression and located between two mountains. So look, and these basins, those who are located in the northern part of Pakistan, called northern basins, and those who are located in the western part of Pakistan called western basins. So you can see here, for example, between Toba Kakad mountain range and there is Suleiman range. In between there are two basins called Zob and Loralai basins. Okay. These two basins are Zob and Loralai, located in the northern part of Pakistan, called northern basins between Toba Kakar and Suleiman range. Another basins called the western basins, located between Chaghi Hills and Rasco. This area you can see there is depression, there is a dip in the land. So in between Rasco and Chaghi Hills there is basin, and then Rasco and Siahan range, these are the mountain ranges on the Potohar plateau. So in between, so here you can see this area, it has dip or depression, mean there is a basin. And then central Makran range and Siahan range, at this part there is also has dip and there are basin. So western basin, in between these mountain ranges there are the basins called western basin, and between Toba Kakar range and Suleiman range in the northeastern Balochistan called northern basins, which are Zob and Loralai. Now let me tell you, these basins called inland drainage basins, these basins called inland drainage basins. If you focus on the inland drainage basins, mean when on mountains rainfall, so water, where would go it, where water will go, it definitely comes towards the depression. So here they have the depressions. So this water, like here in this photograph you can see, from these mountains water is collected into these depression, which is a basin, and on this basin there is no outlet. A lake are formed where there is a depression. In these depression kind of lakes, you can see lakes are formed, and these lakes have no outlet towards sea. Therefore these type of lakes which do not have any outlet towards sea or towards any river, so these lakes are called inland drainage basin. It is another important drainage feature of Balochistan plateau, which is found where in the basin. And these lakes these type of lakes in Balochistan found in these basins, in these depressions, called Hamun. And Hamunai Mashkhel is one of the largest lake. Here between Chaghi and Rasco range you can see there is a basin, and in this basin there is Hamunai Mashkhel, is one of the largest lake. And most of these lakes are salty. Here the northern basins we have gone through, and the basins of western Balochistan. And let me first tell you, this is a small lake. This lake is called Salt Lake drainage feature, but topographical feature is salt pan. When rainfall, so water comes towards the lake, towards the depression, and it brings along with salt, and this salt is deposited into this depression, which is a lake, but water get evaporate, salt left behind. Therefore you can see the layer of salt. Okay. So every year, every time when water comes, it brings salt on the surface. From the surface it brings salt, it deposit, and then water get evaporate, leaving the salt behind. So lake get salted. So this type of feature is called, topographical feature is called salt pan. जैसे कि पैन होता है, घरों में भी हम यूज़ करते हैं एग वगैरह बनाने के लिए, तो वो पैन जो है वो क्या होता है, बाउल शेप तो नहीं होता लेकिन वो भी डीप होता है, साइड्स उसके रेज्ड होते हैं। तो इसी तरह से ये लेक जो है ये बनती हैं, ये हम कहलाती हैं सॉल्ट पैन्स। पैन्स सॉल्ट क्यों कहा गया? बिकॉज दे हैव सॉल्ट इन इट। सो देर आर मेनी लेक्स इन बलूचिस्तान, दोज हु आर फाउंड इन दीज बेसन्स आर सॉल्टी। They are salty because when water flows from the mountains and it is collected into these basins where these lakes are, so where it brings salt, water get evaporate leaving the salt behind, so it get salted, called salt pan. Salt pan is a topographical feature and local name is Hamun. And another feature is alluvial fan. When this water from the mountains flowed southward or downward on the plain area, towards the plain area, so there is a valley, so when water or valley or basin we call it, so when water flows from these hilly areas like Rasco range, there are mountain ranges, from these mountain ranges when rainfall and water comes down, so it bring along with these alluvium, sand, silt, okay, it bring along with and it deposited in this shape. You can see the shape is called alluvial cone or it is termed as alluvial fan. There is a little difference in alluvial cone and alluvial fan. Here you can see the alluvial fan. Yeah. So alluvial fan is a triangle shaped deposit of gravel, sand and even smaller pieces of sediment such as silt. This sediment is called alluvium, and alluvial fans are usually created as flowing water interacts with mountains, hills or the steep walls of the canyons. So this is how this type of sediments, when they are deposited into these shape, called alluvial fans. Here are the mountain ranges. You need to know that already we have done with Toba Kaka range, Suleiman range, Chaghe hills, Rasco, Siahan range, Central Makran and Makran coastal range. So there are the mountain ranges. You should know about these another topographical features of the Balochistan province. And the coastal area of Balochistan, you can see, can be divided into eastern part and western part. So this eastern part is Lasbela plain and the western part you can see is of Makran coast, Makran coastal range. Next, last is the drainage features of Balochistan plateau. You can see there are different rivers, and these rivers, almost all rivers are small. They carry less volume of water. So here the list of the rivers name, and I hope you are familiar with all those names. Economic activities on the Balochistan plateau, it's a big question. Okay? And so maybe asked for 6 marks. So this economic activity, but here will only touch the economic activities. In any other lecture will cover the whole in detail the economic opportunities in Balochistan, that how Balochistan can feed to the whole country. So minerals, the Balochistan the Potohar Balochistan plateau is rich in minerals. There are varieties of minerals which are still untapped, unexplored, and the minerals those who have explored are not being exploited. For example, let me tell you the Siandak gold and copper project. Okay. Siandak gold and copper project, it is going on. The Chinese company they are working there and extracting gold and copper. So this Siandak gold and copper, Siandak in Chaghe hills, it's a large area which has large deposit of gold and copper reserves. Likewise, there are many other minerals in Balochistan which are still untapped and unexplored, or if they are explored but unexploited. So there are many other reasons in some many reasons of that why these resources are untapped, unexplored or unexploited. So Gwadar Port, third deep sea port of Pakistan which is being developed, okay, will definitely boost our economic activities. The fruit of the Balochistan will be able, inshallah, Pakistan will be able to export to Gulf countries. So Gwadar Port will boost economic activities in different ways and creating employment opportunity for the people of the Balochis as well. And next, the fishing harbor, like at Pasni, the fishing harbor is developed, and now with the development of Gwadar Port, so a fish harbor will be developed and will increase the catch of fish, and this fish would be able to send within the country as well as to export, and foreign exchange will be earned. More foreign exchange will be earned, and EPZ is being developed at Gwadar Port. Export processing zone is being developed at Gwadar Port that will help to boost industrialization in Pakistan. And when the exportable items or goods will be produced in these industries, so Pakistan will be able to export these goods, and in this way economic activities will boost in Balochistan. So these are the few economic activities that we have discussed of Balochistan Plateau.